evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Arjun Chaudhary. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Friday, the 29th of April. India and Papua New Guinea signed several new agreements. Kabul questions Taliban delegation's visit to Pakistan. And now for all the details. India and Papua New Guinea on Friday inked various key agreements to enhance diplomatic ties. Indian President Pranab Mukherjee was in the Pacific Island nation country to boost bilateral partnership.
India and Papua New Guinea signed 4 agreements in the field of information technology, health, agriculture and transportation. The agreements were signed in the presence of Indian President Pranab Mukherjee and Papua New Guinea Prime Minister Peter O'Neill. After signing of the pacts, President Mukherjee visited University of Papua New Guinea and addressed the students and faculty members. This is the first ever visit by an Indian head of state since India established diplomatic ties with the country in 1975. Papua New Guinea, the largest Pacific island nation, is home to about 2,500 Indians.
A suspect in the murder case of Imran Farooq, who was associated with the Muttahida Qawami movement or the MQM party in Pakistan, has alleged that the current party chief Altaf Hussain was involved in the killing of the senior leader. In a video allegedly recorded in his jail cell, accused Khalid Shamin claimed that when Imran Farooq's body was brought back to Pakistan, Hussain called Mustafa Kamal, a leader of the party, and said the job has been done. The video, however, has created a stir, with Pakistan Interior Minister Chaudhry Nisar Ali Khan ordering for an investigation to determine how a video could have been recorded inside the prison. Farooq held several positions in MQM and the Pakistan government. He lived in London in self-imposed exile from 1999 until he was murdered in September 2010. Moving on, the crucial part of the China-Pakistan economic corridor, the Gwadar port, is nearly complete and it is expected to process about 1 million tons of cargo from next year. But activists say that economic development should not come at the cost of human rights. A report.
The Gwadar port, situated in Pakistan's western province of Balochistan, is considered to be an important part of the much publicized China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or the CPEC. According to reports, the deep water port is almost ready and is expected to be in full operation by the end of this year and can process about 1 million tons of cargo by next year. The Pakistan government has dubbed the project as a game changer for the country's economy. But the people of Balochistan are not enthusiastic about the $46 billion project and are apprehensive about its negative impact. Activists allege that the situation in the rest of the region has worsened, with China now eyeing their resources. Economic development is important for the country, but should be done with the consensus of the people, they added.
Economic cooperation is a very good thing. And of course that China is a very important country for international cooperation. But this cooperation cannot ignore the will and the needs and the voice of the autochthonous peoples. And what we are seeing is that no Baluchis are not at all taken in consideration for this corridor, as they were not taken into consideration for the construction of the Gwadar port.
The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor aims to connect Gwadar port in southeastern Pakistan to China's northwestern region of Xinjiang via a network of highways, railways and pipelines to transport goods, oil and gas. Mineral-rich Balochistan, which is geographically the largest province of Pakistan, has been roiled by a decades-old insurgency by the ethnic Baloch people. The Baloch, who have never accepted being part of Pakistan, have for long accused successive governments in Pakistan of exploiting the rich natural resources of the region without providing due royalty to them.
The Afghan government has raised concern over the visit of a Taliban delegation to Pakistan. The Taliban leaders are said to be in Pakistan amid efforts to restart Afghan peace talks.
The Afghan government has expressed its dissent over the visit of Taliban leaders to Pakistan for a meeting with the country's officials, questioning the need of such meeting. The Taliban delegation's trip to Pakistan from our perspective is totally questionable. A terrorist group does not have the right to travel to countries. We expect Pakistan to have government-to-government relations with Afghanistan. Shah Hussain Murtazavi, the deputy spokesperson for Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, said. Both Taliban leaders and Afghan authorities had earlier this week confirmed that the delegation of Afghan Taliban were in Pakistan to discuss various issues. While some reports stated that they were in Pakistan to discuss the restart of stalled Afghan peace process, the Qatar office of the Taliban said that its leaders are only discussing issues pertaining to refugees and release of senior leader and prisoners. This comes after Afghan President Ashraf Ghani slammed Pakistan for not taking concrete action to wipe out Taliban militants operating on its soil. He has also said that Kabul no longer needs Islamabad's help to forge peace talks with Taliban.
Catherine Jane Wilson, an Australian aid worker, was abducted by two unknown gunmen from Afghanistan's eastern city of Jalalabad. The 60-year-old Catherine, who works for a non-governmental called Zardozi, was taken at gunpoint by two men on Thursday from her office. The gunmen came in disguise and claimed to be from the National Directorate of Security, that is Afghanistan's intelligence unit. According to reports, search for the aid worker is on and police have detained 8 suspects. At a time when nearly 1 million people are expected to enter the workforce every month for the next 3 decades, export-oriented apparel production in India and other South Asian countries has the potential to create more and better jobs. A new World Bank report has said this would not only boost economic growth but also create much needed opportunities for women.
A new World Bank report titled Stitches to Riches, Apparel Employment, Trade and Economic Development is aimed at demystifying the global and South Asian apparel markets, estimating the potential gains in exports and jobs, and identifying policies that can unleash South Asia's export and job potential compared with those of their closest competitors in the Southeast Asia region. The report, launched in the national capital of India, New Delhi, on Thursday, suggests that as wages increase, China is expected to slowly relinquish its lead position in the global apparel market. This could be a huge opportunity for India and other South Asian countries. Even a 10% increase in Chinese apparel prices could create at least 1.2 million new jobs in the Indian apparel industry, the report estimates. Women are expected to benefit the most. A 1% increase in expected wages in the textiles and apparel industry could raise the probability of women entering the labor force by 18.9%, says the report. The top 4 apparel producers in South Asia, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka have made big investments in world apparel trade and account for 12% of global apparel exports.
The Valley of Kashmir in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province is replete with beautiful tourist spots. Peer Ki Gali is one such tourist destination that will leave visitors spellbound.
Surrounding by snow-covered peaks, it is gaining popularity among a large number of tourists. The snow views will make any plain dweller sigh in appreciation. Peer Ki Gali is almost always peppered with snow and ice. Sparingly used and untouched by commerce, the place has a historical significance that dates back to the Mughal era. Peer Ki Gali also has a religious significance. It has a shrine of a famous saint.
यहाँ पे देखने को जो मिल रही है ना, उसके एक अलग ही मजा है, क्योंकि एक अलग सा वेदर है जिसमें आप बोल सकते हो कि कोई भी टूरिस्ट जो आके देखेगा ना तो वो खुश हो जाएगा कि यार ये जगह, ऐसी लोकेशन कहीं नहीं मिल सकती उन्हें. तो मैं उनसे यही कहना चाहूँगी, एक बार मुगल रोड में ज़रूर आओ.
The attractive mountainous ranges is too hard for the tourist to miss. Its mesmerizing effect will be etched on minds of visitors.
India's eastern province of West Bengal is home to some of the finest delectable delicacies, especially the wide-ranging assortment of sweet meats. And one among them is Mecha Sandesh.
Bankura district, located in the eastern province, offers a mouth-watering sweet, Mecha Sandesh. The dish is prepared by making a mixture of gram flour, clarified butter and castor sugar, which is then baked on a furnace. The preparation is then placed into a machine which produces round-shaped pieces.
मेचा तो बहुत स्वादिष्ट है, यहाँ बनाते हुए बहुत अच्छा, ये बहुत पुराना ये है संदेश है। अब बाहर से जितने आदमी हम लोग का जो मेहमान है वो भी सब मांगता है कि लेके आओ, और बाहर से सब घूमने आते हैं सिर्फ ये मेचा खाने के लिए।
The dish is soft and its fine texture melts in the mouth. Sweet lovers across the country relish the taste of the wonderful Mecha Sandesh.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India and Papua New Guinea signed several new agreements. Kabul questions Taliban delegation's visit to Pakistan. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend and good night.